What up? What up? What up? Good morning. It is green, green, green in Bitcoin land. And it's pumping right now. So, well, it pumped overnight. Got a wick that, oh, sorry, you can't see my mouse. There we go. Doodle-doodle-doo. There's my pointer. All right. So, see the wick there? That means that buying pressure ran out, and so price retraced. This purple line or purple rectangle right here on the screen is a area of where we're going to get acceptance or rejection. So it's called a fair value gap, FVG. And when you get into a fair value gap like this, you got to go down to the lower time frame and let them duke it out on the lower time frame here. And if you really zoom in, that would be considered maybe a bull flag. Could be, maybe. I don't subscribe to those same things that retail traders do, but you can, if you want, you could draw some lines on here and make it look like a flag with the pole here and the flag there. I think it looks like a snake. I think it looks like a cobra snake. That's what it looks like to me. But sorry, I digress again. So let's oh, right. Sorry. I digress. There we go. All right. Center, Mr. Miyagi, give me your power. Oh, thank you. So in a fair value gap here, you got to wait for it to fill. It doesn't just mean, so when price comes to this, any level, right? I teach this all the time. When price comes to any level that you have marked out on the chart, it's going to react some kind of way. So as you can see here, price is rising, rising, rising. And let's go scroll back a little bit first. Okay. Also, price is going to react some kind of way because if you see here, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but this indicator that I use, the VWAP session here. So you go to, if you want to download an indicator, you go here to indicators, and then you type in what indicator you want, and you download it, or you just click on it, and then it shows up here and it shows up on the screen. So this line, as you can see here, price was just kind of going sideways, 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 and then pop. The price pops up, the VWAP spreads out. You got a yellow line up here, yellow line down here, green line, blue line. Blue line is the middle. Below the blue line, you're getting, well, whoever's trading this chart is getting Bitcoin at a discount. If you buy it above the blue line, then you're getting Bitcoin at a premium. So that's why traders wait for price to react at a level and then respond accordingly. And so as you can see, the price was kind of going sideways, and then it reached the weekly low here, and it popped up. Boom. But couldn't sustain. and that made yesterday's high there. And it came back down, filled this fair value gap, but created a new fair value gap here. Okay. So you see here, price has expanded. That's what these lines mean is price, the volume has expanded and created inefficiency, if you will. And so then again, we could just we could trade sideways, and then you see a slow rise, right? So you just wait for it. So it reacted. Well, sorry. So um, it dropped real fast, created the fair value gap, and then what do I say all the time? We wait for price to go to a level, we wait for it to react to that level, and then we wait for it to go to another level. That's what it does over and over and over again. Watch. Look, created yesterday's high because it reacted to the weekly low of last week. There's always liquidity sitting at these levels that I have marked out on the chart. So when price got there, there was more buying pressure than selling pressure, and it popped. Boom. But then it got to this level, and there was more selling pressure than buying pressure, probably a bunch of people taking profit, and then just that. I mean, when it pops that fast like that, usually it's just manipulation, and they go the opposite direction, and they trap a bunch of traders up here. So now there's a bunch of trapped traders up here waiting for price to return to this level. So it retraced, came to this level, this yellow level. And if you've been on any of my other lives, this yellow level is a trend line. It just looks flat because we're zoomed in on the 15-minute chart. That's which chart we're on right now, 15-minute. And so I zoomed down from the 3-hour because I'm showing you right now why. So price got to this trend line, respected it, and it's hovering around it, slowly climbing above it, going to another level. Oh, no, what's it doing? It's going to fill this fair value gap. And there you go. Fair value gap has been filled. So this could be a trick, though. You have to make sure this holds, and the only way you can make sure this holds is if it retests and keeps going higher. Okay, so you could check this on the lower, you could go even lower, but for a strong hold, you want to be somewhere around this level. So and how to trade this, again, this is not financial advice. This is purely an educational channel. I just teach people what other people don't. So to trade this, what you would have done is you see price coming up to this level, boom, 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 it reacts, it accepted. So when this happens at this level, this means price accepted this level. Okay. It only would have rejected it if it would have popped to this level down, right? Also, there's a bunch of liquidity right here. See these wicks? Because price is pumping, pumping, pumping. And then it retraces it back into the fair value gap. Get a little engulfing right there. So when you see this engulfing and you see that this level here is holding, then maybe on this candle here, you enter along, you put your stop loss down here, super tight. So if it reverses, so if it would have done the opposite and popped to the downside like this, see how you would have been taken out quick. And you would have, if you're doing proper risk management, then you wouldn't have lost a lot of money. And the way that trading works, this is one of the golden nuggets coming up right here. The way that trading works is it follows the law of large numbers. I have a free guide on my website, cjpeart.com, that explains it in detail. But basically, what it says is the law of large numbers: the more you trade, then the better results you're going to get. You can't just make a trade, get stopped out, lose some money, and then don't place a trade again for days or weeks or hours or, well, hours. Hours. If you're doing trades hourly, then you're probably scalping. And if you're scalping, doing it right, great for you. If you're not doing scalping on the hourly, then you're probably just over trading. And that's something you want to avoid. You want to just trade. You want to choose a window, like a 3-hour window, 9 to 12, 6 to 9. I like to trade. I'm watching the charts all day long. I can't help myself. I love it. It's addicting once you get good at it and you know how to stack Bitcoin from it. It's it's just I just want to stack as much Bitcoin as I can because I know where the price of Bitcoin is going. So what do? We buy on red, scale out on green. Buy low, sell high. Tiny little, I just grab a little bit of Bitcoin here, a little Bitcoin there. So, but if you're scalping, then I'm already in my trading account. I never exit my position. I'm always in a position. I just add contracts to my position continually on red days. And when it gets to a level on a green day where I'm like, oh, that's a nice stack there, then I'll just grab some, scale out some of my contracts. And then when it goes down and it goes red, I'll add some more contracts. And I just do this over and over because that's what the market does over and over. It goes up and down over and over all day, every day. So it looks like this level is holding right here, right? So you enter long, put your stop loss super tight down here, and then you wait for it to pop, and it popped, and I would be out because the size and leverage that I'm using here is so large that I don't need more than that pump. I know it could keep going, and if it does, then what will I do? I'll wait for it to pull back. You don't get in here, guys. You get in here or here. Okay. So it's also what's called a breakout. See this level right here? This was the previous high as well as equal highs. And there's just a ton of liquidity always sitting there. So these are the breakout traders that once it breaks out or they see it getting close to breaking out, then they have a bunch of limit orders here set. Once it reaches this level, triggers the limit orders, and that's why it popped right there. And the only way it will continue higher is if these contracts that were activated just now from these breakout traders, if there's enough breakout traders a new candle just opened on the 15th. So a lot of people, so if there's enough buying pressure, then this will continue higher. If not, we could come back down, retest, and go higher. That's what you want. That's the best indicator of it continuing higher. So your next trade would be wait for it to retest here. So it looks like it's going to maybe retest. And then if this goes down red and then goes higher than here, then the next candle on the 15-minute, you would enter long and put your stop loss super tight down here below this wick. So that if it goes back this way, then you get taken out quick. Most people, they would put their stop loss like way down here or maybe right here. But you want to get taken out quick if you're wrong. So that is a quick synopsis of what's going on in the Bitcoin chart, live and in real time. Today is, oh, well, I mean, it's live because YouTube can't lie. When you go to my YouTube channel and you look at all my live videos, this is what's going to come up. Live and in real time. That's why I love it. Captures the moment in real time. Can't lie. Can't lie. The charts don't lie, my friends. So just wait for price to come to a level, wait for that level to accept or reject it, and then respond accordingly. Until next times. Well, actually, tonight is Thursday night, my friends. So I will be going live on my YouTube channel here for a masterclass in sovereignty. I do cover a little bit of trading, but mostly it's more about mindset and money. What to do with your mind so that you can accumulate large amounts of money. You cannot accumulate large amounts of wealth without first working on your mind. TFAR, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Shout out T. Harvecker. Thank you, my man, for writing that book because it changed my life. Whenever I would be stuck, that's what I would say in my head. TFAR, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. It starts in your mind, my friends. You think about something. And what do most people think about? Whatever they're scrolling through on their TikTok or their Instagram. They're not thinking about money or making money or stacking Bitcoin. I mean, there are some people out there, and those are the people that I want to activate and that I want to wake up. I'm speaking to you, my friends. You need to learn this stuff. We are still early to the game, but it's not going to be too much longer before it's $1 million, I'm afraid. With the institutions and the ETFs and now the XRP ETFs, it's inevitable at this point. So I think Bitcoin's cheap still at this price, but some people might think that it's expensive. So we could enter a drawn out bear run, if you will. But again, if you were on my yesterday's, go check out go check out yesterday's video. It's a good one. It goes over the monthly chart. So super zoomed out. Check that one out. And then come check me out tonight, Thursday night, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here on my YouTube channel. I give a lot more, like I said, I get more into mindset and money. So check it out. All right. Peace, love, prosperity. I love you. Be kind to each other. Peace.